question for you.
Oh,
Are we responsible for the narrative of us as black men, of what other people's perceptions of us are?
an interesting story that happened to me, and I remember this. I was 18 years old, and I was riding the LIRR going into the city. This was my freshman year of college. You already know LIRR, rush hour train. They got hundreds of people, jam packed, standing room only. So I get on the train, rush hour, going into Manhattan, and bro, it was only shit on that train car. And it was probably about 8 train cars. So I can only attest to my car and the car that was the next car up. But bro, out of those 100, maybe 150 people, I was the only black dude on the train. I was the only black dude on the train. And in that moment, at 18 years old, I realized I was like, yo, right now, I represent every black man there is in America. Literally. That was something that stuck with me though, because I knew in that moment anything that I did will reflect on all of us. So we gotta be cognizant of it. Unfortunately, there's such a weight on us that we can't avoid it. So, it's gonna have to be on us. But then on the flip side, I'm like, man, fuck these niggas, man. It's difficult. It's difficult, bro. It's difficult because as you get older, you realize that when I was younger, I thought it was us. Like we was the same. And then you get older, you realize, yo, we not a monolith, right? So yeah, I could be pouring into myself, developing, taking care of my kids, but then you got the next man over here who don't give a fuck about his kids, who ain't holding his woman down, and who would take you away from your kids by taking your life out here because he don't give a fuck. Hopefully that answered your question. What's your thoughts?
I definitely think that we're responsible as men to change the narrative about us as black people. I be on Twitter on the regular, and the narratives that these people be having, like shit that they say about us, is wild, but I understand where it comes from. Like I understand their ignorance as well. Like outside the Asian dude from today, they're not exposed to us any more than we are exposed to them.
Well, they're exposed through the media and now social media and all the ills of our culture, our so-called culture, is what they're exposed to.
Yo, you gotta think about it. I think it was Umar who said, Dr. Umar, put a respect on his name, who said that if somebody looked at black social media, black Instagram, black Facebook, TikTok, and all that, would they be able to identify that we are oppressed?
Nah, not in 2024.
So we're perpetuating the narrative. Like part of it is we saying that we're victims, which I don't agree to. I don't agree we no fucking victims. I'm not claiming victimhood.
Word.
And at the same time, so we're claiming to be victims, but we're projecting that everything is good. And we call it perseverance or we call it overcoming and this, that, and the other. So it's like, yo, you complaining that you heard about this, but that's not what you're leading with is that issue. So for
Yeah.
me, the onus is on us. I don't expect any other people to look at us and just say they're gonna give us the benefit of the doubt. Because if we being honest, I'm not giving niggas the benefit of the doubt. Like, fuck is we talking about? Like, I'm looking at niggas and judging niggas on site right now.
Yo, bro, what I see is what it is. I'm not playing the guessing game. I'm not doing the what if. They got season 3 of Marvel. What if? I'm not doing what ifs. We not doing that.
I'm not playing with that at all, bro. So, a motherfucker could call me whatever. But yeah, I ain't playing with that shit because I've seen enough to know, to your earlier point, that there's plenty of motherfuckers that do not value the things I value. And coming home to my kids is some shit that I value. Motherfucker that don't take care of his kids will kill a motherfucker that do take care of his kids over some inconsequential shit.